Hello talkers and welcome back to the Let's Talk About It show. Today I'm going to face a really hard subject regarding the violence and racism in the world. So please stay tuned and let's begin. To be honest, I don't even know from where to start this subject. This is a subject which I wanted to speak about for a long time, and I didn't have enough courage to speak about it because in so many parts of the universe we have so many type of people, governments, races, people of any nation and color, and this is a very delicate subject and I didn't know how to approach it, but this time I decided to take a stand and sit in front of the camera speaking out what I felt for many years now. And it's not just this incident, but before all, I would like to go ahead and send out my condolences and best wishes to George Floyd's family, friends, and acquaintances, all the people who might know him and his family. This is a very sad and a very brutal situation, and one of many situations we know about and maybe even don't know about, which were not caught on camera. To be honest, I am very much against violence and even more against racism, because racism brings violence to the world. And I was never a left-winger or a right-winger. I was always the middle, meaning I was never following the parts who were Democrats or Republicans in America or here in Israel. They were against religious people or pro-religious people, or I was, or even against Arabs, for example, because this is the situation here in Israel where we live, or pro. I was always in the middle. And the biggest thing that I'm facing as a person seeing other people in the world is mostly racism, and not only, but people being accused of their nation, of their color, of the color of their skin, the way they speak, the way they look. Now, I won't say I'm one of the people who sometimes do the same, and I'm not pledging as an unguilty person. But I do know that I have raised in an environment where racism is against my beliefs. I was never a religious person again, but racism is against my beliefs. I don't believe that hating a person because he might be of other color or a different look, or even, sorry for my expression, handicapped, autistic in any kind of way, or he's missing any type of limb in his body, should make us, the normal people, behave in a different way towards that person. I believe that we need to treat each person in the same way, regardless of their situation, regardless of what happened to them. We need to treat them the same, because in the same moment we treat them in a different way, they will act different. But when you try to treat a person in a different way, then he will try to be or understand that he is like you and me. But this is just one of the parts. The other part is the actual fact: domestic brutality, violence against other races, people who hate people, people which are behaving more like animals. And we are afraid of animals, but animals are only protect themselves. We are attacking. Normal people should not attack, but this is an attack against something that didn't even happen. For example, this specific situation with George Floyd was only because of a $20 counterfeit bill. What that means: the bill is not an actual $20 bill, was a fake one, and the policy of the company Cop Foods was to call out the police, but they did not intend for the violence against the man to happen. They only called out the police because this is the shop's policy, and they just wanted to understand where the bill came from. But from here, they started pushing forward and willingly or unwillingly kill the poor man. Now, I don't know the background of the story besides what I have seen, but I know this should have not happened. And because of one situation out of 100 situations, people are rioting, although we are being told stay at homes, stay safe, be with your families. People are rioting, people are going out to the streets, behaving like this,
the nation erupted into
and
scenes
like
of chaos,
this, or even like this.
and widespread destruction into the
But this is impossible. We cannot let this happen. People are going out to the streets, masked, destroying properties, cars, shops, places that are not even inside the story, just to give a reason for them, or the races, to say this is a riot, to show the government and the police we are not afraid. Well, yeah, I see that the people are not afraid, but you shouldn't be, right? You shouldn't be. But to behave like this, it's not the way. Destroying properties of other people, stealing things that are not yours, just because of a story that was really unfortunate. Yes, okay. I understand. The community, the whole community in each part of the world needs to show that we are standing against something. We are standing against violence. We are standing against the wrong things that are happening. Mostly when it comes from a governmental body or someone who are so-called, they need to protect us, the civilians, right? The citizens of the world, the city, the place we live in. And when it doesn't happen, we need to show that it's wrong. But I'm so sorry, this is not the way. This is not the way we were raised. I don't remember when my parents taught me, go out and riot, go out and break things, kill people, or show them how to be violent, show them that you are stronger. This was never the way I was taught, and I'm more than sure many people that might be watching this have never been raised in that way. Probably most of the people have been raised in a very weird society, mostly friends. Maybe some of them were very normal, maybe the other people were very aggressive, they were doing drugs or so on. Maybe not, maybe it's just something that we need to show that we are taking ourselves and doing something. But how can that happen when we are unsure of what our actions will bring? Now, let's take the other part. The police officers and let's say even the army. In the United States, as for the moment, police forces are coming to save the civilians, but as well to fight them. Now, yes, this is a very normal procedure in such situations all around the world, regardless where you will go, all around the world. But police are coming out, and whoever needs to face physical violence or physical treatment against them, violence, domestic violence or physical violence of the citizens, which is happening on the streets of the United States and New York, this is more than you could understand. Basically, what you do as a person, and I'm speaking as a global thought, but what you do as a person is going out, protesting, destroying things, and you expect the police not to respond. Now, at the end, people are, how should I say? People are going out and doing something to show truth, to do something against those who have done wrong towards the innocent people. And yes, I support that, but I do not support those people who are destroying everything in their way to come to that conclusion. I think this is a wrong way of behavior. This is something which will not have a good end. people will not come out alive, and the families will suffer even more. Those people who went out, I'm more than sure thousands of them have children, have brothers, sisters, moms, dads, grandfathers, grandmothers, even animals that are waiting them in their houses. And then you go out and riot and destroy. For example, the person, I've seen a video today about a black person, and forgive me for my language, a black person yelling out to the other people in his neighborhood that they have destroyed his property, his truck, they have stolen his laptop, they have stolen nearly everything that belongs to him and destroyed his company or even house. I'm not exactly sure. And he said, I came from the ghetto exactly like you. This is the wrong way you're doing. Why do you need to destroy me and my house when I haven't done anything to you? I'm in the same story as you. But why do you destroy my house? Why? You understand? You destroy, or those people who are rioting now abroad, they are destroying everything in their path just to show that they want the truth. I understand. There is a lot to digest after a killing of an innocent man and a killing of many, many, many more before him. But this was the breaking point of the glass. Like when you fill a glass, a cup of water until the end and the water is coming out, right? That's the same situation. I'm very sad. My sign says, I stand against racism and violence. Well, yeah, I don't think the way that we people are acting nowadays will bring us to peace, because we are going more and more towards, I don't know, besides the pandemic and the COVID-19, I think we are bringing ourselves to the Third World War. That's what I believe. In many ways, we are doing it for ourselves, but against ourselves as well. We are trying to do something which it seems that might bring good to our lives later on, but basically does the opposite. And why? Why, I'm asking myself. Is it something that is worth living for? Worth acting like this? I will never say don't fight, but this is not the way of fighting. There is moral compass as well. Many, many lives are in stake here. Please think about yourselves. Think about your lives and the people after you. Try to save as many lives as you can by not acting as violent people, but by acting in a more democratic way. Many people will say this is not the way it will succeed, but there are ways, believe me. And by destroying yourselves, you destroy even more than you think. Stop it. Stop the violence. Stop the racism. Stop it, because as much as you are continuing to behave in such a way, even bullying, it's very bad. Even bullying in many, many ways, or cyberbullying for these type of subjects. You hurt people. We are in the same situation all around. Please don't let that happen. Please make a change. I urge you to stand up and make a change. Please. I think you need to consider that your life is more important. Until then, I hope this message will teach you something and make you understand that the ways that we are behaving and as humans are not the ways that will bring us peace to the world. Thank you very much, and I hope you will all stay safe. Good night.